All right, head coach Jordan Mincy. Coach, how'd that win feel today?
Uh, I would be lying if I didn't say awesome. It feels awesome, right? It's like a breath of fresh air. Not necessarily the win, but I think the way that we won was the thing that's so refreshing, right? You had a bunch of guys out there that were connected, that understood the assignment, and I just like that. I looked out there on the floor and guys love playing basketball. It was cool.
5 assists last game, 13 turnovers, but then 12 assists and 5 turnovers today. What did you guys do to kind of flip that script on the box score against West Georgia?
You know what? As the head coach, you want to take all the credit. Our guys, they flipped their switch. Just their mindset, being able to understand what they needed to do. We talked about our defense. We felt like throughout the course of our first 3 league games, we did a really good job of defending the ball. But, the numbers didn't necessarily show it due to our turnovers on the offensive end. And so when you have live ball turnovers, teams get out, and when you reflect on the field goal percentage at the end of the game, they're higher than we want it to be. And so for us, we feel like if we can take care of the ball, we can execute and at least get a shot opportunity. It allows for our team to set our defense.
It's no secret that Sheldon Williams-Dryden is one of the best players in the league, but he made
If not
one
the best
shot
player, yeah.
from the field today. What did you guys do to shut him down?
You know what? Shelton's an unbelievable player, right? He has such a unique skill set. His ability to score over his right shoulder, left shoulder, and and I want to credit Jason Thurkill. He did an unbelievable job on him. But at the same time, we know that the next game Shelton's gonna have another 30 and 20. He's an unbelievable player, and at the same time, he's an unbelievable person. I know Dave Moore thinks the world of him, and so to be able to have a guy like that on your roster, I guarantee it's a joy to coach him every day.
You just mentioned him, Jason Thurkill Jr. And, what does it mean to the team to have a guy out there that will jump out of the gym for rebounds or grab 4 steals like he did today? What does that do to the rest of the team to have a guy like that, high character guy coming in and kind of leading from within?
Yeah, it's awesome. You use the word leader, leading from within. And the one thing is funny, when you leave Swisher, he's over there shooting right now, shooting free throws, because he knows that's one of our Achilles heels. And so for him to be able to come out and, I felt like I was on the opposing team's coaches at first. He was talking crazy to me the first 2 minutes of the game. He's like, yeah, I got it. I'm like, hey, bro, I'm on the same side as you. And so he's an awesome young man. I'm blessed to be able to coach him. He has such a good heart. He puts the team first. He's a selfless individual, and he doesn't always do the right things from a basketball perspective, but he always going to do the right things in life. And so just be able to coach that dude every day is a blessing.
You've had a tough couple of weeks. What did this one mean moving forward?
It shows just a glimmer of hope. Like I just told our guys, and it's much of it is my fault. You have 12 out of 15, your first 15 games, you're on the road. You have a young team, you have 11 new guys. And so the thing that I just encouraged them, hey guys, a couple years ago, and my AD reminded me of this, a couple years ago, we started out 1-6. And nobody, knew at the time we were 1-6 that we'd be in the semifinals and we ended up losing in the conference tournament at the buzzer. And so just being able to reflect on that season and how we had to turn around is the same thing that I'm preaching to these dudes. We have like 2 or 3 guys. I know Donovan Rivers was on one of those teams, and he kind of echoed the same thing. And so it's not about necessarily, how you start, it's how you finish. And so for us, it's just a stepping stone in the right direction.
And Coach, we just talked about Jason Thurkill Jr., but it seems like the past few games, ever since that Lipscomb game, he's really stepped up as the defensive anchor. What in his game have you seen that's been different from non-conference play?
I just think his level of consistency. He's an everyday guy, but the one thing that we feel like he's developed his time here is watching more film. He's often coming in, watching more film, asking key questions, and he's a guy we've only had for a short amount of time, probably last 6 months maybe. And so for him, he's used to a lot of individual defense, whereas our system is based on a team defense. And so he's getting better. Like I said, he's one of our 11 new guys, and he's taking on his role, and he's really elevating ever since we put him into the starting lineup.
What does it mean to see 23 minutes and 18 points from Chris Lockett tonight?
Wow. So it's no secret that we expect Chris Lockett to perform like this all the time. And when we recruited him here, we told him we felt like he's an all-league guy. We felt like with the opportunity and the void that Rob McCray left, that he should step into that position. And so, he's adjusted, and we talk about Chris is still young in his journey. He hasn't played a lot of basketball. Obviously, his time at Boise State didn't go as he planned. But at the same time, he's an awesome young man. He works extremely hard, and hopefully he can use this game as confidence going forward within league play.
So, Coach, you held West Georgia to 39 field goal attempts, and they tied the league lead going into the game. What's it say about your defense and the style of play that not only was they put in place from a strategy perspective, but again, how the players performed in that regard?
Well, 39 field goals, I'll say this. I have a great amount of respect for their coach. He does an unbelievable job. He's a X and O genius, and I'll tell him that to his face. That's my guy. And at the same time, you know what? I want to take credit and say it's my defense, but it's really our guys. They bought in. They're selfless. They love one another. They're connected. And so, as a head coach, you always want to be the guy who takes the credit, but I'm going to give the credit to them dudes. They were connected. They did an unbelievable job, and so hopefully they stay connected and do what they need to do.
Last one.
Coach, 9 of 15 from the floor tonight from 3, and you and you opened up with 9 of your first 11 points from deep. What went into that strategy, into the preparation for this game?
So, usually I try to, and I say this to our staff, I want to play head coach. That's what I call it. Like, I tell our guys who are fathers on staff, like, I hear the kids, they come, they start crying. I'm like, hey, go play father. And so I want to play head coach, and I want to put all these different, like, bulletin points on the board and say, hey, we got to shoot this from 3, and this is going to help us versus them. If you go downstairs into our locker room, I literally said, guys, shoot with confidence. It was extremely simple. I have like 4 keys. One of them was shoot with confidence, and inside parentheses, I said free throws. Like, go to the free throw line, shoot with confidence. You got 3s, knock it down. And so they didn't, if you see me every time they shot it, I expected to go in, but I didn't cheer, I didn't crack a smile, nothing. And so that's the standard, that's the expectation. If you guys want to win games, you got to shoot with confidence. And so, again, not me trying to play head coach, just simple message. Be confident, know who you guys are. Y'all really good players. Come out and show it.
Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.